What's up, guys? Helishiro Toy Reviews doing another Transformer review. This time we are looking at three Legends class figures. These three figures um, I kind of had in storage, which if you have caught on by now, I say that with a lot of my figures. And it wasn't until maybe like a couple months ago that I put them out on display because they are really charming Legend figures. Now, this isn't all of my legend figures. I still have a few more that I maybe might review. I don't really feel like they're really worth talking about, so to speak. So I'm just reviewing three of my favorites in my collection. So first off, let's see, who do we start with? Let's start with Transformers, I believe Titans Return, I think. Brawn. This is a really charming little figure. You see, he's green. I like the colors on him: the forest green, black, and yellow. You see the bottom of him. He literally looks like a brick. You see his face. I think I can. I think I could. His head can go 360, so I think I could just rotate it all the way so his face isn't showing in his vehicle mode. But yeah, he's cool. He's just simple, just simple. It's just a very charming toy. I really dig him. Like I said, detail on him is cool. He's just he's just charming. I got this figure at Walmart, like when however long ago Titans Return was. So yeah. So if you open this piece right here, you could put a little Titan Master in there. I don't own any Titan Masters, but I did experiment and put one of my Halo minifigures in him to see how well they would fit. And surprisingly, the figure fit inside the truck. So that was pretty cool. Um, and he has this piece, which comes off. If I can get it to come off. There we go. So I guess this is supposed to be a shield and a gun because he has these little molded pieces right here. So cool, I guess. Yeah, so he does come with a accessory. Um, so yeah, let's just go ahead and transform him. Very basic transformation. Um, I find him to be very posable, which I'm grateful for. Like I said, he's a very strong representation of Braun. Um, and yeah, I mean, I'm a casual Braun fan. Outside of G1, I'm not too familiar with him. I think he cameoed in Transformers Animated. I know he had like kind of like super strength or something. Like I know one episode of Generation One, he was able to get a hold of Megatron's arm cannon, and he was able to pick it up and fire it at him or something. Um, so yeah, I always did like that. He kind of had like superhuman strength or something like that. Um, yeah, but he's a very nice figure. I like that he has an Autobot symbol on his back for his vehicle mode, and he has a nice Autobot logo on his robot mode. But yeah, like I said, he's just very charming. He has these little heel pieces, so it's easy for him to stand, and I do like that. Um, like I said, the face is nice. I don't really see any issues with paint or anything, luckily. He just looks like Braun. He's just very cool. I will show this real quick. Like I said, he's fairly posable, which I'm grateful for. Like I've been having him posed like this, um, with his arms crossed, and I think that looks cool. I have him display with my wreckers, who are a subgroup of Autobot characters in Transformers fiction. So yeah, but he's like I said, he's just a very charming Transformer. Um, like I said, I will show him with his weapon, which I guess you could put in his hand, but I always pose it like this. Um, it's always pose it like that. So he has it on his arm instead of holding it. And I think it looks cool. Yeah, I think it looks really cool. So I'm glad they gave him that. So he has something, but of course, if you have any extra weapons or something, you could probably display him with them. So yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, legend figures go for a lot, which I think is ridiculous. Legend figures were kind of like intended like for the younger audience. Like I've given a lot of legend figures I really don't care for anymore to my younger sibling, because those are kind of more geared towards younger fans. Um, and then figures like these are more like for younger fans, and like adult collectors can get characters who wouldn't get like big figures, so to speak. So I'm not sure how much he goes for, but don't excuse me, don't pay no more than like 20. I still think 20 is still kind of steep, but no more than like 20, maybe 25. Anything above that, I feel like would be overpriced. But yeah, I highly recommend Braun. He's a very charming figure. So, moving on to figure number two, I'll save the best for last. We have Nah, another figure I got from Walmart when he came out. Nah is very cool. He's very charming. I always like the Sharkticons. They're a very cool group of Transformer characters. Like I say, he's just really really cool looking. I like the green eyes, the teeth. Um, does his mouth open? Barely. Yeah, the mouth opens barely. Um, yeah, like I said, the detail on him is cool. Um, he's just very simple. I did animate with him once, him and a couple other figures. This is way before I had the huge collection that I have. I just had a handful of figures and I animated. He was one of the characters in the animation I did. Um, yeah, like I say, it's just cool. These type of figures you would kind of want to army build, but like I was saying about Braun, how I feel like legend figures kind of get overpriced. Yeah, it would be kind of hard to army build him now because I don't know how much people would be selling him for. So yes, he comes with one accessory that becomes his tail in shark mode, and it's a I forgot what you call it, Morning Star. Yeah, Morning Star, if you want to call it that. I was always a fan of the Morning Star weapon. I always thought it was a cool, like the ball and chain with spikes. I always thought that was a really cool weapon. Um, so yeah, that's dope. It's not painted, but the sculpt is nice. Um, so yeah, let's transform him. His transformation isn't hard because I just haven't done it in a while. Um, So the only thing that kind of sucks about it is like the arms just kind of like hang out to the side, and they don't really like I said, they can't really go anywhere. Excuse me. But outside of that, I mean, yeah, he's a cool figure. I dig him. Um, yeah. So here is Gnaw with his weapon. Like I said, he's a very cool figure. Very charming. Like I said, it's really cool. Go great with like a Quintessons display, uh, character, a group of characters affiliated with the Sharkticons. For those who don't know, um, yeah, he's just cool. They came out with Alicon, which was another character affiliated with the Sharkticons and Quintessons. That's a really cool looking figure. I'm probably going to pick him up at some point. Um, Hopefully, he's not too expensive now. But yeah, like I said, he's cool. I do have Cup, which, yeah, I should. Give me a minute. Let me show him a Cup really quick. Because these characters did interact with each other in Transformers the movie. So yeah, that's cool. And Cup is a studio series, so you can see how small he is compared to Cup. He's like to Cup's waist, I would say. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, because like I said, these characters are kind of affiliated with each other. Um, yeah, so no, like I said, highly recommend them. There's kind of like tons of representations of the Sharkticons now. I think this may be one of the more inexpensive ones, But these figures are really worth army building. Like it's like yeah, if you get one of these, you kind of want to have multiple because they were always they were always seen as like a group, a huge group of characters. So yeah, but that's Gnaw. Like I said, yeah, he's worth getting. And lastly, we have Predaking. Um, oh boy, I love Predaking. I this is from Transformers Prime. I think I stated in my maybe my Constructicon Micromaster Devastator review. I feel like Transformers Prime had like one of the best Legends toy lines just for the sheer fact of characters you got, and they had the play sets and like Wheeljack ship and all that type of stuff. Um, which is like unfortunate we don't really get that anymore. Like it's like they kind of experimented. Hasbro Takara kind of experimented with that, and they haven't really brought that concept back, in my opinion. So that's unfortunate. Um, but yeah, him. I have a repaint of Smokescreen, who was in that show, and I have Abominus, who was a Legends combiner. So I have like five, six, seven. So I have seven Prime Cyberverse toys. Um, yeah, I got this guy loose from the Pharaoh, who I think I've mentioned as a seller. I would usually get loose Transformers from. Um, yeah, he's cool. I liked his character in the show. I really wish they brought him back. He was kind of referenced in the sequel series, Robots in Disguise, but we never saw him. I felt like that was a really missed opportunity. It would have been really cool to get a RAD Predaking figure. But yeah, I always bummed me out. They never brought him back. He was a really cool character. Um, but this figure, he's cool. I dig him. A lot of people say he comes like a chicken or rooster or something. He kind of does, which is kind of funny. Um, Kind of limited in articulation and dragon mode, but he's still a charming toy. I still find this toy very charming. There's a lot of play value with him. I really would like to collect all the Cyberverse Prime figures, but like they're kind of sought out now, so they're kind of expensive. So don't know when I'll get around to doing that, but yeah. Um, yeah, like I said, he's just cool. I like the detail on him. This was a very nicely molded, detailed figure. Um, yeah. So let's see. He, of course, he comes with an accessory, which is his dragon tail and dragon mode. He comes with a pressure gun missile. Um, and yeah, this is cool. I like it. He can also hold this missile in robot mode, so you can kind of give him like a torch or something. I always like to pretend he has like a fire stick or something. So that's cool. So yeah, his transformation isn't hard. None of these figures I've showed so far have hard transformations. Um, yeah, like I said, he's cool. I will get to my only gripe with the one I own. Let's see. Let's open up this back piece. Kind of have to hide the dragon parts with the wings, and rotate the head around, rotate the arms, and there we go. That Predaking. Let's see. His shoulder pieces can move, so I guess you can give him more articulation or something. I don't know. Um, so really, my only gripe with my version, his head is super loose. Maybe there's a way I could, do something about that or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's really like the only gripe. His head is like super loose. I mean, it can hold a pose. It can, but I just don't like the way I don't like the way it feels when I move it. It just comes off like super loose. That's really my only gripe with the figure. But is everything else is fine. He's just very charming. Like I said, I like the orange, the gray. the yellow, the black. You see he has his Predacon. You know, the Predacons were like their own faction in Transformers Prime, which I always really, really liked. So, you know, you had the Autobots, Decepticons, Predacons, even though we only had like 3 Predacons that appeared in the show canonically. And all the other characters were just, you know, in the toy line. But yeah, he's cool. I would like to get the leader class version that they made of Predaking at some point. I've had many chances to get them, but I always like just waited or bought other characters. Um, so yeah, um, he holds the gun fine. I just think because of like you know this the shoulder pieces. Well, I guess it's not that bad. He kind of holds it at an angle because this how long this missile piece is, and you see how it hits up against the arm, the shoulder. So he kind of holds it at an angle. It's not bothersome though, really. Like I say, he looks cool. I dig him a lot. He's a very charming toy. Um, you know, I add him to like my. This was around the time I was really into minifigures, like the Shoto Dragon Ball toys and Micromen and like I said, Legends, Transformers, Mini Mates. I was getting a lot of like minifigure toys. Um, so yeah, like I said, he's cool. Let's see if I have him fire his gun. There we go. It didn't fire very far, which isn't bad. Like I said, this is more for children, so um, but yeah, he's cool. And then, like I said, I own the Abominus Predacon characters, so I kind of have Predaking, and he has his own army, so to speak. So that's cool. I always display him with those characters. But yeah, Predaking is awesome. Highly recommend him. I don't think he's too expensive. There was a repaint that came with an Optimus that had like purple and some other colors in it. I actually really like that one, so I might try to get that one as well at some point. That repaint. But the regular release, like I said, is just a really charming toy. Um, yeah, he's cool. So yeah, that's it for this review. Like I said, recommend all these figures if you're interested. If not, then maybe I just gave you some interesting insights on the Legend figures. Um, so yeah, as far as next reviews go, I said my next purchase would maybe be a Transformer. That has changed. My most recent purchase was a new Marvel Legends figure since I periodically do Marvel Legend reviews. So when that figure gets here, hopefully, you know, I'll definitely show him off. Um, but yeah, that's it for this review. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Oh, peace, you guys.